Welcome, one and all, astrology lovers, star seeds, light workers. I am Chanda Sparkles, intuitive evolutionary astrologer, star seed shaman, death doula, galactic minister, and I am happy to be here because we have Jupiter, the planet of jovial adventures, expansion, magnification. Oh my gosh, the beautiful gift-giving Jupiter has entered into steady, simple, reliable, determined Taurus. Yes, it's been 12 years since Jupiter has been there in Taurus, and I'm going to tell you, this is going to be really interesting as we have Jupiter in a very big grand square. Two of them. We call it a grand cross square. And he's talking to Mars, the ruler of Aries, in Cancer, and Pluto in Aquarius. The ruler of Uranus, where Uranus is there with Mercury and the North Node, all in Taurus. OMG, it's a stellium party in Taurus. And we have a new moon coming up this week, and right as that new moon happens and apex is on Friday, some of you maybe Saturday, it is going to welcome the fire back to our ego and our drive. Mars will enter into the fire sign of Leo, okay? And Mars has been in Gemini for 8 months, okay? That's a long time for Mars to be in one sign. He normally flies through in 45 days. So we have a lot to talk about, including welcoming in a whole new sea of consciousness. Yeah, that's right. Our views of everything, our essence of beingness, our awareness is all about to shift into mutable air sign Gemini. Yes, we're going to bring in the twins. It's time for the twins to step on up. So absolutely happy solar return to all of the Geminis out there, because that's happening come Sunday. We're just coming off of this Mercury gone direct, okay? So Mercury is there in Taurus, and just Sunday, a couple days ago, we hadn't even got 48 hours in yet, Mercury stationed to go direct. This does not mean by any means that the Mercury retrograde is over, okay? It means it's stationed. It's slow in the sky. Therefore, when planets slow, their frequency vibration omits a stronger pulse to the happenings for humanity, all right? Same thing is going on with Pluto. He's retrograde, but he's so far out and he's such a slow mover, he's sitting there vibrating that frequency of the soul. In evolutionary astrology, we consider Pluto to be of the soul. It is of what I desire. I've coined this month Purge Then Merge May. And the reason I coined it is a lot around Pluto. All month long, lots of Pluto aspects. Pluto is a very big player in our consciousness, and it's our soul. And this is evolutionary soul code astrology. I see in patterns. I've seen in patterns since I was very young. And I've always looked at the soul code of the chart on any event, natal chart, whatever it might be. And I see the vision and get downloads from just the imprint without even looking at the entire aspects and everything. Of course, we dive into that next. But this is like this is an imprint of what is to come next for our evolutionary path, individually and collectively. Jupiter moving is a big deal, okay? And we're going to dive into the chart tonight for the new moon. Yes, a Taurus new moon happening at the end of the week. We're going to go over the calendar, and we'll do some cards. For the elements, sun, moon, and rising. Please just set your intention with me now that you will receive the clear and direct messages that you need for the extreme energy that we are in now. It is happening now. This T-square is already happening. Okay, it's not come exact yet, but it is something else. Okay, this is a fixed grand cross, meaning that all the planets are placed in fixed signs just as soon as Leo pops on over into as soon as Mars pops on over into Leo. Okay, so a lot to talk about. There's been a lot of happenings. I've been hearing from people, extreme happenings, major transformational, like stage metamorphosis type shifts happening. And the reason why is because of this big grand fixed cross, okay? And the accumulation of Jupiter moving and then Mars moving. I mean, when you get one planet moving, it's a kind of a big deal week. But we've got two planets moving and a grand fixed cross, which also is happening right on the north and the south karmic nodes of fate. Our future, our destiny, Taurus, our past, what we're releasing, learning lessons like crazy right now. People are learning lessons. And the miscommunications will continue. I mean, it'll start to soften out as Mercury starts to go direct. But you got a 2-week post-shadow period from the day, which was Sunday, that it stations direct. All right. We also have Uranus in Taurus, the planet that shakes things up, that says this is the future. This must be revolutionized right now. Your consciousness, it's time to revolutionize your consciousness. Are you paying close attention every day in your day-to-day life to your guidance system? Because Taurus rules all of our senses, physical body. Are you listening to the nods from your body, and are you flowing with that? Or are you crashing up against some things? If you're listening to your higher guidance, even if it's something that's challenging, I like to use the word challenging because we can overcome a challenge, right? But even if it's something challenging, if you're listening to your higher guidance, you're always going to be right for your path. It may not look right for other people's path. There's a lot of judgmental kind of stuff happening around religion. Big time. Belief systems. There's a lot of, I have to get my point made, and this is the right way, and your way is the wrong way. You're seeing it everywhere in the world. People fighting for what they believe in. And I feel like this new moon, as we're entering into a dark moon phase, okay? So currently right now, the moon is at 22 degrees of Aries, conjunct to Chiron. It just passed over Chiron. So today was a big healing day within the wounds that we have been carrying, possibly from childhood, possibly from other parallel lives, timelines that we are operating on, overlapping, shifting, and collapsing on our ass. This kind of stuff is happening big time. And it's time. If you're feeling that, I have to make this change. This has got to go. Or, you know, this is not working for me. It used to work for me, and I've tried it and I've attempted, but it's just not working for what I know my soul code is calling me to do. Your soul code is in your astrological birth chart, all right? And it tells you all about the makeups of you on multiple levels, in a multiple way, like multifaceted way. All right. This is why, I mean, I've been studying this for almost 7 years now. You know, I'm right at my 7-year mark. A hardcore study. 6 years before that, I kind of started looking at it, but then I ended up making a move and getting a job, right? So that kind of shelved it, but I was always still kind of interested. So I'm always learning more. I'm always processing. How can I expand my knowledge? How can I flow and best be of service? But how can I also know that it all starts with me? It all starts with me and how I handle my energy. And being able to still speak your truth in a way that isn't harmful to others is a good idea. Because there's a lot of anger vibes out there right now. A lot of people getting pissed off in the world right now. In personal relationships, a lot around relationships, you know. People leaving, people needing to leave but can't. People processing stuff from the breakup that already happened. We're all at different stages, but it's all kind of like bundled up in this one bag of transformation, metamorphosis. You know, it's not easy being the caterpillar going into the goo. Once you get to the butterfly stage, that's pretty beautiful, right? But not everybody's there yet. We're still kind of in this goo. And now Jupiter's going to come in and go, okay, you're either going to really take this goo and make a massive, beautiful, big butterfly out of it, or this goo may turn to a boss. Not one better than the other. That's not the point. It's different. It's different energy, you know, that we're transforming into. But it's going to be blown up, whatever it is. And wherever your belief structure is, where you're vibrating, how are you feeling in your body? Your 5 senses, Taurus, North Node, Mercury, the New Moon, and Uranus, all in Taurus, okay? This is your answer. Simple, determined. Okay, one of my stones went flying. Simple, determined, steadfast, you know, but it's not going to be a fast pace. You'll start to now feel as though you've been slowed down a bit. You're going to feel as though there's kind of like this new hope in the air when it comes to the physicality, the world, but this too will cause shakeups, okay? With this new moon being conjunct the North Node, it's all going to be shooken up. You know, Uranus is there. It's talking to Neptune even, and we need to really think about like storms, you know, different disaster type things. That all comes into play. Not putting that out there to say will it end, but it is a possibility. We're already having lots of earthquakes around the world and volcanoes erupting. I've heard, and then I heard of a mudslide. So there's a lot going on, but you can feel it. You can feel it. If you're here, you're an amazing starseed light worker, or shadow worker, or shaman, or wizard, or mystic, or high priestess, priests, galactic. You know you can feel the flow. Just today, we had an M.9 something solar flare. And that's almost an X flare. So, you know, if we're getting X flare status, that it's definitely time for some shifts and some changes. But I'm going to give you a warning, and then we're going to dive into this chart. Remember, as you're moving forward, Does my body feel okay with this? This is intuition that we need to have forcefully guiding us, okay? Opposite of Taurus is Scorpio, where the South karmic node is, okay? And it's also speaking directly to Pluto. This is a Pluto revolution. We're dealing with a Pluto revolution, even with him being retrograde, okay? Because he is really strong at this must transform now or die. And this is the stage we're in, just coming off of the eclipse that very much also included a lot of these same aspects. We're going to dive into the degree placement and the inside degrees first. We're going to look at that first, and I will pull that up here right now. And I'm going to say hello to all. Thank you all for being here. Hi, Renee. Hello on Facebook. Remember, on Facebook, if you're in one of the groups and you want to like have your name shown in the chat for me, because I can't see your name, there is a link right there at the very top of the description. You just have to click on it and say, give your okay that you can do that if you want to do that. Thanks to the moderators. And I do want to wish a really big, nice, happy birthday to Aaron Sanchez, our moderators. Thank you, girl, for all the love and the help. Happy birthday, Taurus. What a great day to have your birthday, right? Okay, let's see here. Thank you. You know what the shirt is, right? It's one of the first pictures that they took from the new telescope, from the James Webb. See? Yeah, I got like 4 or 5 different shirts that has all of the new photos that came out when it first came out. So, let's see here. Okay. Yeah, I've turned it down. It was just for the beginning. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Let's see here. Okay, so if you don't have your birth chart, if you don't, go to astrograph.com. It's really a great way to get your birth chart. You know, it's free. They do have a service though, and Henry Seltzer. I was just listening to a talk from Henry Seltzer. So that's funny. He's the inventor, creator, genius. I mean, like he's like a genius, you know. And he created all this, and so it's real easy. You just got to click on the planet, and it'll tell you all about it to your degree. You know, it's really great. So go check that out. All right, I'm seeing more people loading in on the chat. Hello, Dragon Magic. How are you, my love? Thank you for being here. Awesome. Okay. Yes. Ascension and the solar flares and the really extreme energies. You know, it's something that we're dealing with. I last week had a couple of days that I checked out. I was in the bed, essential oils, stones on my body, really doing some self-care, salt baths, 2 cups of Epsom salt, 1 cup of baking soda, organic baking soda if you can get it. If not, you are powerful enough to alchemize that anything that does not serve. You know, you are powerful enough because you have the light of Creator running through you and to you at all times. So you get in your heart space, find that smile in your heart, as Ref Shar would say, and then you're going to be the one to alchemize anything. Do it with your food, do it with your drinks, everything. Constantly know that if you're blessing your food, you're alchemizing that food to make it in its highest sustenance for you. And I know the reason why they're bringing through, night side. They're bringing through, and you sometimes forget. And I'm like, yes, I know. I'm human, just like you. So I'm not perfect. I'm just here to help channel the information and let it all flow as best as I can. But the food is important because that's Taurus. Agriculture, how we process food, foods that we eat. I wouldn't be surprised to see more of that showing up quite a bit over this next year's journey. A whole year of a journey with Jupiter there, right there in lovely Taurus, fixed Earth Taurus. All right. Remembering, you know, it's also about deep wisdom. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, so it's deep wisdoms. It's guru wisdom, you know. It's wanting to get to that really deep truth and understanding, the deeper understandings of how everything works through our consciousness, through the universe. You know, that's a big part of it. I think my mic's a little off too. Let's do that, and maybe that'll help it. Okay, very good. Let me know if I'm too loud or too low. I kind of said it all just for the last time. I kind of flew in here last minute. But I've been in and out of here all day, so. Okay. Yes, I see everybody. Okay. I still think that that's maybe a loud. It's when they go to this part. When they go to that part, it's a little loud. It's Calm Whale on YouTube. It's the brand new one that they've got going right now. It's a live one, and it's the brand new one for the Taurus New Moon. It's a good one. Really, it's a shamanic drum journey, a Jupiter in Taurus creative connection. My bad. Okay. Yep, lavender oil and lemongrass is a good one for inflammation. I like to put frankincense in there because it helps me with the neuropathy that I experience. Yeah. Oh, cool. Hi, Chris. Okay, now I see. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, more people are always in the YouTube, it seems like, but wherever you're at, we're happy that you're here. Yes, Amy Lewis on Facebook. She says, I have been checked out. Hi, Stephen. Nice to see you again. Thanks for popping in, guys. Okay, let's get rolling. Let's get going here. I want to throw up the degree placement, which we're using from the inside degrees here of Jupiter into Taurus. And we're going to read this into, okay, now remember, the inside degrees, I probably should come over a little bit this way. Is that like that? Okay, I see. Let's go like this. Make it a little smaller. There we go. Okay, so here's the inside degrees book, in case anybody wants to take a picture, by Elias Lonsdale. Okay, this is your soul's biography by using the Chandra symbols. I get called Chandra everywhere I go. Chandra or Chandra. It happens all the time. Okay, and there went another stone flying. Okay, stones are flying. So, this is the very first degree because we're looking at Jupiter ingressing. As it's ingressing, it makes an imprint, a staple energy, an umbrella energy that is going to happen over the next year. So it's kind of important. Plus, Taurus is very, well, you'll just see. You already see. So let's go. All right. It's called a red garnet ring. The garnets glow. I had a garnet here on the table that just rolled off. A passion for bearing ripe fruits. Feeling transported by an ongoing realization that you are in your own element, doing what you need to do, and subtly fired by an inner purpose that clarifies everything. The glow of your central intent warms you through. This quality of soul is simple and direct. It makes for primal elemental presence. One cannot grasp complex matters in the sphere, okay? But you know what you need to know. And you're on the beam so palpably that nothing much else matters except being there. You distinctly charge the atmosphere with a pranic renewal. I love that. I'm just instinctively recharging my atmosphere with a pranic renewal. I love it. Somebody write that, one of the mods. A source sustenance. And the whole idea is to make way for universal life force to stream right in and bless us. Bless with its all-forgiving radiance. That's the other thing. My mouth, every time Mercury stations, anytime I'm doing anything analytical, like reading, writing, it gets all kinds of jumbled for me. Plus, I'm dyslexic, and I've had to learn how to overcome that over the years. So, I love this. A passion for bearing ripe fruits. It's about being passionate for what's about to really come into sustenance. You know, this new moon in Taurus with Jupiter now there is all about how are we expanding and what we're building and how we value it and value us. It's all about how the value and the self-worth that's going on here. And I like, you distinctly change the atmosphere with a pranic renewal, a source sustenance. Source, okay? And the whole idea is to make way for the universal life force, okay? And then understanding this time period is not about becoming complex. That's Scorpio, the opposite of Taurus, complex. The answer herein lies to all of your questions, truly. Is this simple? Is it practical? You know, do I feel it in my body? This is right. You know, it's like when you have that gut feeling, you're just like, I know this is the right way. And then it comes out proven that this is the right way. You prove it to yourself because your consciousness is the only one that really matters here if we want to get quantum, right? Because you're the only one here. I had to share that because I thought, wow, that's so cool. Now, one other thing that I'm going to share real quick. Let me get this down. I hope you all have taken your screenshot. If not, go to my pages. It's been posted. All right. So here's another biggie. I hadn't pulled this one out in a minute. This is the Evolutionary Astrology Revised Edition with Jeffrey Wolf Green. Okay. And he was the original guru to me, mentor to me, that taught K. Pacha, who I learned from, and then a few other astrologers, of course, like the Leo King. I took his courses. And anyway, not going to go into all that. But this book here is all about how evolutionary astrology and the planets speak. Okay, and how it's just so in depth. And his mind is so brilliant. Jeffrey Wolf Green, he's just he's passed now. And his daughter, Deva, has books too. I have one of hers, really good one, on Pluto. All right, so this is not a lot. I just want y'all to hear this. Pluto in aspects to other planets. So we're going to talk about how Pluto speaks to other planets. Any planet in aspect to Pluto indicates that those planets have been and continue to be subject to an intensified and accelerated evolutionary metamorphosis. The type of aspect determines the intensity of the evolutionary necessity of the metamorphosis, that planetary behavioral function. The stressful aspects produce tremendous evolutionary intensity, leading to cycle cataclysms and restful states. So it's like you got to get to that peak, that cataclysm, and then once it happens, oftentimes you look back and you're like, well, that sucked, but I'm here now and I'm okay with it because I see now that it had to happen. It's kind of like those things that come in that just suck, but then you realize afterwards, oh yeah, this is exactly why this happened. The non-stressful aspects produce a non-cataclysm evolutionary process of a relatively smooth yet continuous nature. When in the middle of a cataclysm change, the individual will probably not understand why it's occurring. The why will be understood in most cases after the change has occurred. The non-stressful aspects promote an understanding as to why the changes are occurring during the time frame that the changes are actually taking place. The number of aspects Pluto forms to other planets determines the degree of evolutionary pace or change in life. In other words, the number of aspects involving Pluto correlates with the intensity and the evolutionary state. How much they are trying to accomplish or work on is this life. In this life, excuse me. So, with that said, we're going to go right into this chart. And I've already got the sun and the moon right there marked for you. I'm going to get my tablet out here. Sorry. Hi, Cherie. I see you there. Thank you for being here, everybody. Okay, let's go ahead and remove this and that so we get the full screen. Okay. So the T-square, the important T-square. So I want you to look at this Taurus New Moon right here, okay? It is at 28 degrees and 25 minutes. So it's almost to 29 degrees, okay? We round it up as astrologers if you're looking at like the Sabian symbols or like that book I just pulled, the inside degrees. We round it up to 29 degrees, okay? Now look here. I want you to notice this. This is the important part of the degree placement. So when you're looking at 28, 29 degrees, that's accumulation of all the degrees held into one. So every degree from 0 to 29 has its own step meaning, right? It has its own meaning and it's all in all of its own self, all right? Okay, I'm feeling something coming through. All right, now, this moon, as you can see, is speaking. Okay, let's look at this first. Let's look right here. Okay, so let's look at the sacred geometry. I'm real excited. I'm real kind of hyped up because this whole T-square and this moon and everything that's happening is like literally hitting my Mars in the 12th house. So it's like a lot of undercurrent, under stuff that I'm feeling. Plus the solar flares always affect me, so I get kind of hyper. All right, or I get wiped out. Like today I've been hyper, and the other day I was wiped out. So it just depends, I think. I think we're upgrading quite a bit of our crystalline light body just between you and me. And if you're feeling on this solar, because like we just had that big, like it was like 2 days, 3 days worth of stuff that kind of came through steady. This one, if you're feeling more up today, if you're feeling more energetic today, it's because you really did the work and you took on the responsibility of doing the self-care and really, allowing the process of activation through the DNA, and activating your cells, the cellular structure of the body, allowing. I like to look at it like I'm making my blood neon. I don't know why, but all of a sudden this has been a thing for me. Oh, I know what it was. It was as soon as Pluto went into Aquarius, I was like, okay, my blood's flowing, and now it's like at this neon blue color. And every time the solar flares come in, I just see it like that, like it's just a light. It's like this beautiful crystalline blue color. And so that might be something that somebody needed to hear when you're in your process of meditation. However that means, remember, you don't have to meditate just by sitting in a lotus position. If you can, and then that's your thing, awesome. But some people can't do that. Some people need to do art. Some people need to sing. Some people need to dance. Some people need to run on the beach. However it is, throughout this week and really into next week, move the energy of your body by getting physically intuitive. Physically intuitive. Think of the sacred fire flame, okay, the divine sacred fire that is you, moving up a notch just over this next 2 weeks. I mean, it really is happening. We really are in this, and humanity is shifting, okay, and everybody's at different levels, but think of the physical body igniting the blood, igniting the cells, igniting the DNA, so that you can take advantage of the gifts and the expansion and the magnification that is happening in the house of Taurus. Now, you'll have to look at your birth chart to find out where that house placement is, where this is happening for you. If you look at the house will explain, oh, these are the reasons why. So like for me, it's happening in Taurus in my 7th house, okay? So my 7th house is all about relationships. It's how do I relate to others? Is this just? Is this fair? It's also about love and romance and beauty, art, poetry, being poetic, all of those wonderful things in that seventh house of Libra. But mine is Taurus, okay? So have a look at your chart and find out where this is happening. Okay, here we go. Now, I want to talk about this T-square because here's Jupiter right here. And as you can see, he is conjunct to the North Node, and he is conjunct to really all of this, okay? This little mister right here, this little mister who like knocks down buildings and destroys your life in order for you to rebuild because you fucked up and built it the wrong way. Yeah, that's Uranus. He's right in the center of all of this going, you just wait and see. So you have Mercury right there, and you have the North Karmic Node, and you have Jupiter. It's all happening here. Jupiter is in this decan. See, there are 4 decans right there. 1, 2, 3, 4 of Venus. Venus is the ruler of Taurus. So the first decan of Taurus, Venus rules. Same thing for all the other signs. I kind of teach as I go. I hope you have patience. So the Venusian balance, relationship, beauty, art, gold, everything that I just said for the seventh house of in my chart, it's all happening here and expanding on our future and how we must step forward, how we must react in a different way, because no longer are we dealing with Jupiter in Aries, where everybody's been reacting, everybody's been jumping. It's the Fool card, jumping off the cliff. Only got one little bitty bag with you. Did you happen to remember to wear your panties today? Or you see what I'm saying? I mean, it's kind of like just going with it and just instinct. Everybody's been so instinctual. It's going to calm that down. It's going to slow that down. It's going to say how we can make form out of all of this, because Taurus wants to build. It is the builder. It is I have. These are the things I have. These are the things I've accumulated. Now, and it's not overly excessive, but what it does have, it's got nice things. It's very bougie. The things it does have, it will wait and work hard to get to that. It's not going to want to buy a knockoff painting. It wants the original, authentic one, you see. It's not going to go out there and halfway do something. It's going to get there, even though if it takes a long time, because there's a lot of patience that will be needed with this transit and this week and the next week and really the next year. A lot of patience. Lots of patience, because it's slowing down. Okay? All right. Now, let's talk about this big Grand Cross. This fixed Grand Cross in fixed signs. So we have Pluto over here at 0, 17. Pluto will stay at 0 degrees. He's not going to go forward because he's red. See, he's in the red right there. And the red, that's retrograde. If you're ever looking at these kind of charts. Most of the time they're in red, they're retrograde. Okay, so he's in Aquarius. This is his last time where he's going back into Capricorn to relook at world powers, governmental structures, to relook at how are we as a society going to allow those top-down structures to fade away to become more of an equal type society. All right. And you thought these last 3 years were shakeups. This next time when he pops back in there, it's going to be like the last nail in the coffin. He's deconstructing all of that stuff. Corporations. How many corporations have fallen? How many banks have fallen? This is all Pluto. Okay. Pluto's a big player. Pluto rules Scorpio. All right. So deep, dark, transformational, death, taxes, other people's money, inheritances. You owe me this. Okay. You're going to pay me because I'm going to manifest it. Scorpio says, I don't have to go work hard. I'm going to law of attract that stuff in. Okay. Speaking of Scorpio, there is the South Node right there involved in this T-square. Okay. And then we have to look, of course, they're always opposite there. And then we have to look over here because Mars rules Aries, but it's also the ancient ruler of Scorpio, where we just had that lunar eclipse a couple of weeks ago. Okay, so the Scorpio transformational metamorphosis Pluto energy is being even more highlighted through our drive, okay, through our ego, and through, our passions and what we're passionate for. And when it's sitting there in Cancer, it's just 29 degrees is the last degree. It's about to go into Leo after a very long time. Hold on. Is it? Yeah. After a very long time, it's going straight up in here. Okay. So you have to realize when it gets into Leo, it's going to be happy because it has the sun right there in that first decan. See the first decan right there. It's going to make our processing a lot easier in the long run. I don't think initially here it's going to be easy at all. I feel like we'll have a lot of challenges around relationships, home, and family because it's in Cancer, but it's moving into Leo. So this is the thing. Whenever, and that will be exact this weekend. So here's the finalizing of the big T square, which really just looks like a big old diamond, So this is all the biggest. I mean, it's all being involved with this moon. Okay, so here's the moon speaking directly over to Mars right here in a sextile. Remember, sextiles are good aspects if you're taking action with what it is that needs to be done. But if it's not like a trine where the energy just flows naturally, falls in your hand. It's like when you find $100 in the parking lot. That's a trine energy. This is more like I had to go buy $100 worth of Powerball lottery tickets, right? In order to receive my whatever money that I won. It's that way. You got to do something. You have to take an action to get there. Also in sextile over to Neptune. Okay, so we have Venus and Neptune also involved with this entire transition. Venus is in Cancer. She really wants love, home, family, nurturement. All of our emotional heart feels are around this lovely crab. Because it's like, how do I beautify the home? You could even be like replacing your deck or replacing a fence, or maybe you had to get a new paint job, or you're going to be painting the house. It's all of that kind of stuff. It's also borders, and we all know what's going on with the borders. I saw a clip on TikTok where they were putting barbed wire, and I thought, wow, okay. I'm in Texas, by the way. If you're new, I'm in South Texas on Padre Island, Corpus Christi, Texas. And I don't watch the news, but I was flipping through TikTok and I saw where they were putting these big old barbed wire, razor barbed wires up and down. And I thought, wow. I did hear that there's like 10,000 immigrants that have not just been traveling. Like, these people have not just been traveling. I'm going to get off this for just a second. These people have not been traveling just for a little while. They've been traveling for years. Like, some of them came from more mid-South America, and then they moved on up to the upper part of South America. Then they worked, a year or two. And then they had to go all the way up the Yucatan Peninsula, and they found somewhere to stay there and work for a year or two. This one guy was hearing, he was like, and the guy was translating for him. He was like, I've been doing this for 7 years to get here. And there's people that are just waiting in these long, long lines out there. And I was just like, we really need to hold humanity, because people are really yearning and needing something to happen. It's like this is an energy of I really am loving this and needing this, and I know it's got to happen. You know, this is the change that has to happen. But then people are realizing it's not how they expected it to be. Very different than what you expected. There's a lot of that kind of energy, you know. So don't have expectations right now. Really not a good idea to have a lot of expectations during this next week, for sure. Maybe more. But send love to our brothers and sisters, you know, send love. And send love to I felt bad for the Border Patrol because they're just being stretched to the limit. It's really crazy here in South Texas. I was watching it. I was like, you got to be kidding me. You know, 10,000 people a day. And that's just the people that are literally coming through. You know, you have all the other people coming up. They saw people crossing the Rio Grande, you know, the river. And, you know, there's who knows what kind of cartels. When you got Pluto involved, Pluto is criminals too. It rules all of the cartels, the cabal, deep, dark, dirty, shady, Pluto, Hades of the underworld. You know, there's a vibe there, but it's also very psychic, very intuitive, very telepathic, teleportation, especially in Aquarius. And Aquarius rules astrology. Aquarius rules consciousness and how we can bring in the AI that we are, you know, how we don't need airplanes, you know. Jupiter also rules travel. Now in Taurus, shaking up the earth. Probably see a lot of changes in different kinds of travel. Wouldn't it be great if all of a sudden all of our teleportation skills came right back into play that we had in past lives, in other lifetimes, in parallel lifetimes, however you view it. It's the same thing. Oh boy. Neptune in Pisces, 27 degrees. We've never in our lifetime, unless you're like probably 100, you've never experienced 27 degrees of Neptune. It's only got to go 2 more degrees and it'll be going into Aries. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. Poseidon, okay? Higher consciousness. The cosmic galaxy flow that is us. The real us, not the avatar us. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's intense. I get it. Extreme intense, but I have this excited feeling for the shift that is happening. Because it's happening. It's like, yay, I've been waiting this for all my life. Okay, now, one other thing we must talk about here is Neptune is over here trining Mars, okay, as it's sextiling the sun. So, really be careful on how you're reacting to others. Everything you see may not be exactly as you think it is. You know, you may be presuming because you've gotten bits and pieces of the puzzle that the whole puzzle is complete when it's really not. You've got 2 edges and 2 corner pieces missing. So take a pause, hit the pause button before you react. Think, stop, reflect, be in allowance to let Neptune, the higher consciousness flow, come in. Your unconscious behaviors are they're on the shelf here to really take a look at and see how can I dust these off? How can I improve this? And also keeping in mind, it's Pluto's decan. Okay, so see right here in that little one? So Neptune is actually even enforcing the Plutonian metamorphosis of humanity through the unconscious, which is speaking to our ego and our drive. That's been on the longest journey. It's like Mars, he's been on a very long journey. Okay? He's needed to move into fire. And finally, he'll feel some fire and he'll be better. Okay? All right, last thing. Oh, last but least, big granddaddy Saturn over here in Pisces, in the Neptunian category here, in the Neptunian decan. You know, Saturn, I always look at him like a wise old grandfather. I just do. And, you know, your grandfather's going to tell you things most other people aren't going to tell you, right? And he'll say it in a way that will make you think and make you stop and reflect on what it is you're doing. And really, truly staying with the flow of, in order for me to build this structure, in order for me to really up-level myself, therefore the collective, I have to make sure that I'm my spiritual integrity, that I'm integral. It's a big integral feeling with this transit with Saturn speaking to the South Node. Okay, also speaking in a sextile over to the North Node. Okay, so we have, in order to receive what it is that you need, what you want, what you feel in your intuitive empathic body. If you're not feeling it in your intuitive empathic body, it's not going to be in alignment. And it will get knocked down. It will have to be rebuilt. So, what a chart, huh? Oh, let's not forget about Black Moon Lilith over here. Black Moon Lilith will be in Leo, fire, okay? And it is, hold on, I didn't mean to do that. It is also in Mars decan. So, even more enforcing. It's like Black Moon Lilith has this Kali energy, and she's back here slaying it. I mean, she's like slaying demons, but she's got a quincunx over to Neptune. She may be just running in and slaying demons and realizing that they weren't demons. Because Neptune put up the smoke and mirrors. The fog was happening, you know. And she is like ready for something to change, something to shift. She's passionate and she's aggressive right now. And she's hot. And I don't mean hot, sexy hot. I mean she's hot, pissed. Like she's got some anger behind, even though she does it for a nurturing type thing. But this is our fears, doubts, the shadow, everything coming up. The fear, the doubt, and the shadow may have some smoke and mirrors. What you're seeing is not all factual. Be very clear with that intuition into the physical body. Paying attention to the physical symptoms, you know, that you may be receiving, that may be talking to you. Your body is constantly telling you what direction to go in. Listen. Ground your energy. If you can't, go put your bare feet to the ground for 15 minutes. Go sit next to a tree with a book. Do a device detox. Put down your phone, your tablet, your computers for 24 hours. Leave. Go out in nature. Go swim in a river. You know, get yourself back into nature. This is Earth, Taurus, the ruler of the earth, in my opinion. Okay? And then the sun, you know, being there, just shining just for a few more days throughout this whole extreme metamorphosis that we're going through. We will feel a lightning coming when Gemini enters, or the sun enters Gemini. You know, it'll be a more light feeling. But we're still going to have all that Taurus energy, especially with Jupiter being there. So, staying intuitive, staying in your balance, grounding your energies so that you can deal. It's a big deal. Big deal. Okay, hopefully everybody got that, and we're going to keep moving on here. There it is. Okay, cool. Yep. Awesome. Hi, Bernice. I can see your comments, but this is how you show up. If you click that little link that's at the very top and allow eCam to see your face, then I'll be able to see who you are. Okay? There's a link in the description down below. It's the very top thing, and I put it kind of big. It's like link is right here, and it's an eCam link. Try it and see if it works, and let me know. Because I can see everybody on YouTube and the business page, but if you're in a group, I can't see you. You need to pop over to the YouTube or the business page. All right. Thanks for being here no matter what. You're from South Texas. Cool. I'm in Corpus. Awesome. Okay. Let's go ahead and switch it up. I want to show you guys the prize package. It's been all right. I'm gonna put the whole table out here. Let's see here. I think it'll be easier that way. Oh, wrong one. Hold on. There we go. So we are looking at a beautiful prize package, a distance energy healing session, Reiki, crystal work, oracle card read from Annette Chastain, master Reiki healer. And she also, I mean, she's just a mystic wizard. I love her. She made me one of these. This is a besom, okay? It has all kinds of stones and beautiful, I mean, there's so much going on with this. Here, it's just a beautiful besom. And then she added, which I believe is jasper and some herbs in this sachet. And then this one has a mahogany obsidian. It's kind of got a red. It's so pretty. And then another little diamond quartz crystal. And she also added this beautiful little Palo Santo with sage and a cord for cord cutting and the cinnamon sticks. So really beautiful alchemy gifts here, you know, for you to work with. She added this little thing, and it was all wrapped up in one of these. She gave me one of these like this, and I just love it. It's the sweetest, most Libra thing ever. She's a lovely Libra, and I just love her. And then I'm also adding in this right here, which is a beautiful Andara that has like a red, which I feel like that's like, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just, it feels good. This is, I've ordered a whole bunch of these, and I got a whole bunch of different ones, and this was one that I wanted to give away. It's beautiful. It kind of, in a way, like if you look at it right there on the side, to me, kind of looks like a, I don't know, like a spaceman or something. You know, it kind of has like a helmet, maybe a Darth Vader look or whatever. But I was just kind of looking at it. I was like, that's pretty interesting. Anyway, that one. And then I have this one for my personal collection. It's just a very pale pink rose quartz. And it's real pretty, good energy. And then this sticks on the table, and you can put like a picture or something in there, a little moon thing. And then also the activations, geometry cards here, these sacred geometry. This is a brand new deck, and that will also be yours. So it's really a nice, beautiful giveaway this time. So we'll be giving that away on the next new moon week. So we have 3 more weeks for you to get registered, but it's super simple. You want to just pop on over to the YouTube page after this video goes live, all right? And just make sure that you've liked, you've subscribed, and you have to comment, because if I don't see you comment, then I can't put your name and get it registered for the giveaway, okay? So do that after this video, or if you're on the replay, do it now. We'll go ahead and introduce the card Spellcaster Tarot tonight by Melanie Marquet. And we're going to put these away. We're playing with the Star Seeds. These are a new deck. I love these little cards. They have the greatest little messages. Tarot Grand Lux, because this always to me tells me it's like luxury. And, you know, Taurus is very bougie. Very, very bougie. And so we're sticking with those. And then the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. And we're going to take these cards in reverse tonight. So we're going to have a lot of fun with this beautiful tarot. I do want to just double check I think I've covered pretty much of the astrology, but I do want to double check my calendar and my notes just to make sure. Oh yes, the Pleiades. Um, don't forget the Pleiades. This is a Pleiadian new moon happening around the Pleiades. So definitely your intuition, the Pleiades is your third eye. Work with the third eye this week and into this next 2-week moon cycle. Okay, it's a new moon, but there's a lot of transformational release around it. And remember, wait 24 hours until you really do your intention work. You want to make sure that crescent moon is able to really start to wax. You want to be able to see it in the sky, knowing 24 hours after it apexes is when you want to do that. And again, just know that this is big stuff that we're dealing. This is not just kind of any old regular week. It's really big energy. Big earth changes mean big changes for us on our personal. It always is a reflection with as above, so below, as within, as without, right? And remember, this new moon is happening on Friday, and I have it at 10:53 a.m. here in Texas Central Time, okay? You'll have to look, it's 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. That'd be 3:53 p.m. Universal Time. So you'd have to look for your time. Okay. This is Trigger City. You got to learn to wait and pause, enter a different vibe. Don't overreact. Anger, there's big anger. All fixed signs need to walk, run, dance, move their body. Use your intuitive mind. Just stay in that higher cosmic heart. That higher heart mind. Use right here. Don't let this mind take over right now. It's not going to work. Transform. Okay, this was one of my downloads. I get downloads as I'm working with clients, whatever throughout the week. Transform how we view, relate, and how we. I've got some chicken scratch. Transform how we view and relate to each other and to the experiences around the world. Where is Pluto in your chart? Have a look at your natal birth chart and look at the house that Pluto's in and have a look and see how that might be transpiring for you. Okay. Big soccer. Okay. Big higher support, higher guidance, higher support is here for all of us. Okay. Really know that. Believe that. This is Jupiter. Belief structures. Jupiter just coming into Taurus. 29 and 0 degrees are the two strongest degrees. And we got a lot of planets happening around that. This is all centered around that. It's about coming to an accumulation of things as well. It's like things have run their course as long as it can go. And something has to change. But some people are kind of like, I don't know how to make that happen. You don't. You surrender, you give it up, and you trust. Calm, cool, collected. I'm using it again. CCC. Calm, cool, collected. Very, very important. Because this is Trigger City. All right, so Jupiter's ingress. With, as he's ingressing, he's a square to Pluto and Mars. We are embodying spirituality. This is our hopes and our dreams coming into possibility. This is also adventures and travel and manifestation of the sacred fire of consciousness, man. This is really being able to embody both the divine feminine and the divine masculine once you've gotten through the process of learning. This is about learning. Education. That's all Jupiterian. And because it's moving into Taurus, I do have to bring up the part about our financial. It's about financial. Money, structures, values, commodities, stocks, all of that fun stuff is all Taurus energy. So all that stuff is getting a big expansion, a big magnification. Something big is happening around all of that. It's like there's tension there, then the motivation, and then the determination. So it's like the tension is there, which makes you motivated and determined. Do what must be done. And I'm going to leave it at that. These are big Plutonian desires. Pluto is about desire. It's about I desire. What I desire, I shall have. And I will use any dirty, low, shady means to get there on the lower frequency. Or I desire to rise above. And law of attracted in, bring it into myself because I'm the only one here and I know that there's love and oneness for everyone because I'm the one creating this in this reality, right? Okay, I think that's good. Let's get on into the cards. Let's also, I think I missed a couple people. Yes, Erin said it. She says, stay calm, cool, and collected. Thank you. Yes, Renee, it is. It's a very beautiful package, isn't it? Yes. Hi, Sunny. Neptune has been a lot. Yeah. Yeah, if you're a Pisces, that is your ruler, though. Is that where you're at? I don't know. Okay, let's get started on this cards. And again, just in case you forgot, we're playing with the Spellcaster's Tarot first, and we also have the Tarot Grand Lux, the Starseed cards, and the Colette Baron Reed Wisdom cards. So what are we starting with? It looks like Erin has put up the, so we start with Earth. Thank you. We'll start with Earth. Where is that? What's going on here? There it is. Thank you. Earth first. We got it. Bam. Okay. All right. Here we go. I got my star earrings on too. Hadn't worn these in a long time. Those are really old. I was digging through some old jewelry. You know, all ladies, well, maybe not all, but most of us that are into jewelry and all that stuff, I have an old box of jewelry that was my Aunt Mickey's. And I, you know, just throw some old stuff and I was just curious what I had in there, and I found these. I was like, I'm going to pull those out. Those look like fun. They bring back memories. Nostalgic. Ooh-wee. This card has come out a lot this week already, and it's only Tuesday. The Seven of Pentacles. Okay, we're not taking that because we haven't officially started yet. But I feel like that's a big energy. Seven of Pentacles is very positive because it's something you've been working towards. It's something that you're building here in the 3D. You can touch, feel, taste, smell it, use all your senses. It's here. It's like the shell in my hand. Starfish. It is here. It's mine. This right here, she's cultivating. She's working on it. You know, she's watering, but she's also looks like she's got some kind of, I don't know if those are, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's some kind of plant food. I am so not the plant girl. Okay. Yeah, it's some kind of plant food or something. But anyway, the point is she's really worked hard. See, she's kind of hard. Like, she's been working hard, you know. But she knows that this is about to come to fruition. She's about to be able to pick that plant and roll it up and smoke it. So, yeah. It's about having patience. Lots and lots and lots of patience. Oh, thank you, dear. If everybody would please just say hello to Sanchia. Okay, Sanchia is in New Zealand, and she said we start at 9 a.m. over there. So, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Energies are crazy, says Susanna. They sure are. Thanks for being here, girl. Okay. I really felt like those needed an extra. And we'll do a clearing for the earth signs. Using the Jupiter bowl tonight, allowing that beautiful tone to expand our consciousness, to expand the light of us, to allow Creator to come through us and to us in all moments, in all time. Giving great gratitude and thanks to our beautiful guides, whomever those might be for you. Let's bring them all in. Let's have them all wrap their love around us. Let's really, really stay in the present moment, because really there is no other than right now. And this is all that matters right now. Okay? And I love you, and I'm glad you're here. I'm excited. This is going to be a good night. We're going to have some challenges, but it's in the long run, it's got a lot of hope. Really. It's just like, so when Hurricane Harvey came through here, it really kind of tore up a little bit of Corpus, but it didn't. I mean, it missed us, most of us. Some of us on the north side of the island, though, got it. I got it. I had to leave my condo. I just moved into it. Anyway, but the real damage happened like in Rockport and on Port Aransas, which is just, 20 minutes away, But now when you go through there, and I remember the destruction. I remember, driving through all of that, just, it felt like a death, the energy. But I knew that this is bringing the community together. This was needed for healing on multiple levels. And even though it was really hard to rebuild and get back, Jesse and I were in Rockport, in the aftermath, and it was just because his mom lives over there, his kids, his boys. It was a lot. But this is that kind of energy where if something major happens, it was needed. Because now when I go through Port Aransas and Rockport, the rebuild is so beautiful. Everything's all new and nice and redone and added to, and let's try this. And, new ideas spark from destruction. And so you can even take that down to your personal life level and look and see how new ideas spark through what might feel like chaos and destruction. Okay? Whew. I knew this was going to be a lot of info tonight. I need to put the time. What was the time? Okay, thank you for that. That'll help. I know we have a new time. I'm sorry. Oh, Jason. Thank you. You are a beautiful soul too. 11 a.m. So it's 11 a.m. there now? I need to write this down because I'm trying to figure out New Zealand and Australia. And I thought it was 9 o'clock because I thought that's what Nigel had said in Australia. So right now, she's saying it's 11. Wait, what did she say? Yeah, 11 a.m. Okay, so it's 11 a.m. And here it's 7 p.m. I'm dyslexic, y'all. I'm telling you, I write backwards. Okay. I was about to put the M first before the P. So that'll help me. Huh. And if you wouldn't mind, if you don't mind, put it in there because I have Australian and New Zealand followers. Put it in there or message it to me. Is it different? Because it's 2 continents. I would think it'd be different time zones, different times, Now it's 12. 12, okay. Sorry. It's 12. So it's 12 p.m. It's 12 p.m. there, and it's 7 p.m. Okay. I guess it wasn't the morning early as I thought. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's get back to business. The time calculators I've gotten on there and I can find the universal and all of that, but it's a lot. It's when you start, even like we have a Hermaine who watches in South Africa, and her time's all kinds of different. So we do our best, right? Okay. 10:20 in Australia. Thank you, Chris. Perfect. That'll help. Okay, let's get back to it. Jeez, now I need a drink. Okay. Take a nice deep cleansing breath with me, and let's all tune in intuitively to the same higher ascended frequency. Let's allow the flow of light through the stream as we sit in our own loving embrace, holding ourselves as though we were holding a newborn child. Remembering that inner child wounds, if they are coming up for you, which I feel that they are because I'm hearing it on this night side, that those wounds are needing attention. You need to sit with it, really feel into what the inner wound is, not the surface outside stuff. I just talked about a lot of surface outside stuff flowed in with some intuitive, but it's really about being able to find that deeper inner wound, holding that child, or holding even that other being in another timeline that might have, like I have a timeline where I was literally caged in a cave by the sea and left to die, and I just starved to death. What a horrible way to die, right? And we've all been through a lot of battles in these parallel lives, these other existences that are all happening simultaneously right now in this moment at different frequencies, right? So let's really infuse it, not just to us in this timeline, but to all of the aspects of self, all of the aspects of the oversoul. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes they get some good stuff. All right, here we go. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Happy birthday to you, Taurus. I really need a cowbell. I'm gonna have to go search for a cowbell. Cowbell sound effect. And there we go. And I'm holding them upside down. Okay, 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups. 7. Lots of 7s coming out, okay? 7 of Cups says there's so many choices here, and each one of those choices are something that's loving, fulfilling, something here that you just really aren't quite sure which direction to go next. This can also cause a lot of frustration and anxiety and heaviness of the heart. But it's kind of at that point where you're like, I've got so much different things going, or there's many choices there, but I can't make a choice. I don't know which way to go with this. It's kind of what I'm feeling. Like I just don't know yet. And you don't. It's a new moon, Yeah. Wait. Pause. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so we are looking at... I can pull that down a little bit. We're looking at the 9 of Pentacles here. That's good stuff. The challenge here is to realize this may be something you have to go it alone on. 9 of Pentacles is all about someone who has really mastered their craft, okay? But you can see her, she's mastered. Look, she got that damn squirrel wearing what looks like a little hoodie or a little something. And he just comes to her naturally because she's done this a million times. Like she can intuitively, with her body, just walk out, and her little squirrel will come out and talk to her, and she can put little outfits on it. She can do whatever she wants. Okay, so you take that, and you realize this is your challenge. Emotionally, you need to make a choice. Okay, but you haven't realized that through your senses, Taurus, the physical body, where Jupiter, Mercury, the North Node, and the Sun is at right now, Taurus is going to intuitively feel it through the physicality. And this is where you've got to get. Not so much emotionally as it is physically and sensing, gut feeling. She knows her stuff. She's confident. She knows her self-value. She does it on her own. This is not about being in a relationship when it comes to this card. Five of Cups. There's a great sadness. There's a great loss. There's just something that comes out of the blue that you realize, okay, I've got 3 of these cups spilled, but I still do have these 2. I love this card in this deck because it actually shows him with the 2 cups that are still full in his hand. Whereas in the other cards, a lot of the time, the 2 cups are sitting behind him and he's not even looking at them, paying attention. This right here tells me the intuitive flow of the earth signs. You're definitely going to grab hold of what it is that you still have. Because I have is a big energy right now. Even through the sadness, even through the emotion, roaring, raging waterfall of very passionate stuff possibly coming your way. Having to release. Because the Nine of Pentacles is here, okay? This is a message. This is a communication. This is something that's going to come through, but it's going to take time. It's not... This is the slowest knight in the deck. There are 4 knights in the deck, and you got the earth one, okay? Methodical, simple, practical. How can I go about this and do it right the first time? Okay? Somebody outside of you, or it's a experience or a message is kind of what I'm really feeling. I don't feel like this is somebody outside of you, honestly. No, it's not. Thank you. This right here is how you're going to experience this, but it's going to come in from outside of you. Like you're going to get a message, or you're going to have some knowledge, or you're going to have some kind of deeper inner sensed knowing as to the direction. After this, quite sad. It's a sad event. It's not anything. It's grief. It's loss. But it's also staying in your own power. Still. Even though there were so many choices and so much confusion and so much anxiety, and I get, it's like, fuck it, right? It's kind of like that. All of this happened. I've got to do this. I've got to master what I'm doing. I am a master of what I'm doing. You must say this, earth signs. I am a master of what I'm doing. 6 of Cups. This is really all about, it could be children coming in, and, it could be dealing with your children in some way. We have graduation happening right now. A lot of people are getting set to go on their first summer vacation here in the northern hemisphere, and in the southern hemisphere, you guys are looking into fall and autumn. The falling away. Very important time. Very important time coming. This 6 of Cups, I feel like there's a lot of falling away of past memories. It's going to be triggered around either children or inner child. Okay, this is happening in a slow, methodical manner. It's a slow process. Metaphysics that come through will be enlightened through the gold strand, through the veins, through the blood. It'll all be enlightened. Okay, so you just trust as you go. Okay, so we're coming in. Okay, so understand this. This is not something that you can control. It's a metaphysical alchemized process that you will have to understand that through the long run, even though it's really just this much time, it's not really that long, but to you, you perceive it as a long time. you'll get there. But if you're looking back, it will slow you down. And the King of Swords comes in with some very powerful information. Powerful. If you are ingesting anything into the physical body that you intuitively know is not good for you, there will be a hard strike. There'll be a hard strike that comes down on you here. Okay? We get and that's for not all of you. I think about 20% of you here. But this feels very much like he's going to strike something out of your physical body, out of the physical realm. Or it could be more like he's going to take his knife and smooth it out, to level it out. Not holding on to the highs and lows. Big thing right now. Stay in the center. The Knight of Cups comes through. Another knight. Wow. Cool. So the Knight of Cups is all about, how am I going to have my offer of love delivered? Are you delivering a cup, or is someone delivering it to you? Still a knight. Knights bring messages, and they run in and they run out. This one is not by any means a slow knight. You can see he's on that bass fish and he is off for the races. So really be cautious of any offers that are coming through, and be very methodical with what you're putting in your body as you're going through this metamorphosis transition, knowing that the big challenge here is to be the master of your craft. She's the master. In the other card, she's the Falcon Master. Right? Yeah. But in this card, I feel like she's really tired. But she's gone and worked and done a lot to get to where she's at. And she needs to acknowledge that. But also knowing it's a single card. It's not a relationship card. This is, if you're looking back to the past, oh, this used to be, it's not going to be good for you. The King of Swords is going to come in and slice it down as well, Why? Page of Pentacles, slow. The two slowest energies here. You got them. They're both earth, okay? Young, naive, needing to learn. Not saying that it's like, oh, shame on you. No, just factual, needing to learn. Why? Because there are so many secrets in your consciousness that you have not tapped into yet. There are so many ancient scriptures we're seeing, ancient, like Hebrew, okay? We're seeing like Hebrew. Do some research around whatever this is, around the ancient scriptures and symbols, because there'll be some kind of Hebrew message that is there for you. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, we're going to pull from the Starseed Messages deck. This little mini deck is so much fun. Little deck, Starseed, Abundance. So you got abundance and light. It says, when your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance open naturally. I am a walking, talking example of this. I didn't have all of this for a very long time. I was very broke, housekeeper, morning show DJ in the mornings, and then a housekeeper in the afternoon for years, raising my children alone. And then I'd fall in love and they'd die. And then I'd fall in love with another one and gonna get married, they'd die. Same thing again. Fall in love, die. I was in some of the lowest of low shadow work I've ever been in my life. Like this last one. Totally isolated, alone on an island where I knew nobody. And I watched him go into his transition. Okay? Knowing that death is not the final stop. And I continued to force myself, and I used this as, even though I was sad and in grief, I used it as a test of my consciousness to see what I could overcome. Okay? So what I did is every single day, I made myself get up, even if it was like I felt like a ton of bricks was on me, like I couldn't get up. I was so grief stricken, and I'm so alone in all of this. No family came to see me. No one. None. And I got up, and that was all me feeling sorry for me. More of that ego consciousness. I get up and I make myself go outside. Even if I couldn't stand to walk 3 minutes to put my beach toes in the sand. Most days I made it to the beach. But some days I just made it to the front porch. And I sat in the sun. And I just ramped up my energy. Spiraling it, equalizing it. Both the shadow and the light. Coming in as one, seeing like the yin yang spinning, becoming one. And I would just attract it. I know abundance is coming. I know the flow is coming. And it wasn't long. And the abundance was there. It can be done. The light. It is time to reveal your radiant light to the world. That's what that one says. On the bottom, dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams, earth signs. Yes, it does. Okay, so we'll leave those 3 there. And now, this is going to be fun. I love this deck. It's an older deck. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. And we're only taking one. The Ice Queen. Oh, ho, ho. You got the Ice Queen, earth signs. What number is that? 28. All right. The Ice Queen. Ideas preserved, non-action, and entitlement. And you got it in the upright. I do take these if they're in the, because you got it as an ally. If it's in reverse, it comes in as a challenge. So that's really good. See this right here? Very much like the Ice Queen. So you got the Ice Queen and the Ice King. Very cool. All right, so I'm going to read you just a little of this. The Ice Queen has come to block your movement for your highest good. Let your ideas be preserved until later. You can thaw them out and use them at another time when they will best serve you. The realm of the Ice Queen is the place of non-action. And now is the perfect time to take a look at how far you've come and to ask yourself for a reclarification of your highest goals. Not all your Not all your plans can be accomplished at this moment. And in fact, putting them on ice allows for the perfect timing later. Don't be too hasty in trying to reach your goal. An even better one will present itself if you surrender and spend the winter with the Ice Queen. Perhaps too, you're trying to do too many things at once. That's 7 of Cups. This is a good occasion to choose only one thing to focus on and let the Ice Queen put the others in the deep freeze until a more appropriate time. She'll let you know when it's time to let them thaw out. Thank you, Ice Queen, and thank you, Earth Signs. I hope that reading helped you. I hope it resonated with you. Remember, if it did resonate with you, my links are below if you ever want to make a contribution to help me pay for postages and gifts for the giveaways. And they are very much appreciated, sent friends and family. Thank you. You guys have a beautiful Taurus New Moon. It's your only one of the year, Earth Signs, and all that energy is going to flow right into you. in a trine. It'd be nice. The Jupiter is going to be trining. You know, look where your sun sign is in Taurus or your ascendant or whatever earth sign you are. And that's everybody. Look and see. Okay, if I'm an earth sign, now that Jupiter is in Taurus, where is 0 degrees? You know, do I have my Mercury in Virgo at 0 degrees? That's a trine. Trines the elements. Harmonious flow. Good stuff. Trine from Jupiter is actually pretty nice. Pretty nice aspect. So these are all just given a little quick shuffle just because I love these little cards. Are they not the cutest? Oh, one's wanting to talk still. Dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. Somebody in the earth sign category must literally take notice to the dreams. Write them down. If you don't feel like writing first thing in the morning, like I don't, voice record. At the moment you wake up, voice record what you can remember. Okay? Someone really talking. All right. And the Ice Queen goes over there. Because I don't let these get doubled up at all. Because I always want a different one of these. And so you know that I'm not joking. We're going to take, I've already done this a couple times, and really let those challenge us to see if there's a challenge card position or an ally. All right. Remember, a big thank you to Annette Chastain, who is our lovely Libra sponsor. And all of the goodies are back at the beginning of the video. If you missed it, pop on back there. If you're on the YouTube replay, I love you, time travelers. Thank you for being here. And thank you to Annette Chastain, who's our sponsor. She's a master Reiki healer, mystic wizard, and she's so creative. She makes so many wonderful things. And yeah, if you're ever wanting like a besom or you're wanting a wand or anything, you can just let her know. I mean, she's really good at all that stuff. Really, really good. I love her items. Okay, let's go to Renee says, dreams have been powerful. Last night I was turned into a monk like that archetype was done. Oh my. Oh, nice. You probably had past or current parallel timeline that you're a monk. Very interesting. Sunny V says she's a Virgo ascendant, North Node in Taurus. Wow, you're having a beautiful nodal return. You want to make sure to look at the North Node. I mean, you don't have that much time. You know, you have from now until the end of July. And that North Node will be out of there, and it'll be into Aries, which will be your 12th house. Interesting, huh? You better not be reporting my channel. Hey, Christy. I see you there. Okay. Hi, Tracy Lee. Yay. I'm glad you're here. Yes. Thank you, Donna, for calling in your guides. Everybody call your guides in. Yes. Okay. All right. So what are we on? I'm not sure who's next. Air signs. Speaking of the Ice Queen, ain't nothing like an ice queen to tell you exactly how it is. Yep. And something I really admire about air signs. I don't have a lot of air. I have my Saturn in Gemini in air. And then I have 3 placements. Well, yeah, 3 placements in Libra. in the 12th house. So that's why, you know, and Saturn is in Gemini in my 8th house. So how I communicate and you know, Gemini is all about the community. We have the sun moving into Gemini, the community, a whole change of consciousness happening at the end of the week. And, you know, with Saturn being there, I'm learning all kinds of different lessons around how I communicate and who I communicate with and how it flows through. Like, used to, all these guides were always outside of me when I was younger, and then here recently they really integrated into me, and then that's when all the light language really started really coming through. I mean, it was always there here and there, but and I still don't have control, and this is what it was. I had to release control, because you can't control anything when it comes to Saturn. But what I do really recognize in air signs is their ability to take words and write beautiful stories, poetry, you know, posts. Their writing is always so eloquent and gorgeous. And I really do. I'm envious of that. And I know that Saturn is working on me because I feel that it's starting to happen a little bit more. I always had the problem because of being dyslexic. I can't write. My words are going to be choppy. It's not going to flow, you know. But I started like more. Saturn expects you to have discipline wherever he is in your chart. And him being in Gemini for me in my 8th house, which is the house I rule. I'm a double Scorpio, sun and rising, first house. You know, I can really recognize how all the transformation and all the metaphysical type is all coming through. And I'm becoming more disciplined in how all of that is delivered through the release and the surrender to allow Saturn to do his job in my chart. Oh, I thought maybe that might help somebody. That's a good one right there. Ice Queen, Fairy Queens, Dairy Queens. Oh, money. Oh, so many queens. I love it. That's so perfect. Okay. All right. Did we get this? Let's do this again because I can't remember. I'm starting to get a little bit high on the energy. There we go. Now we have the time. Air signs. Let's go. I'm feeling really itchy all of a sudden, which makes me feel like somebody's really antsy about something, or they're actually experiencing some kind of itchiness, like maybe mosquitoes or some kind of rash or some kind of stuff, and they're showing me coconut oil. So you take that right there for you air signs. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius are lovely, intellectual communicators. Our quirky badasses are up next. Let's do this. Okay. And we used this one, the Grand Lux Tarot. So we'll be using the Grand Lux Tarot. They wanted a shuffle, even though I already shuffled this. Okay. Okay. This is not where we're beginning, but they're wanting me to show these two. If they come back out, we know that they're serious about it. You got the Five of Swords and the World card, completion. Five of Swords means that you may have to hurt somebody and leave, or somebody else may have hurt you and we're ugly about it. It's hard change, hard words, harsh communications, left kind of hurt and not feeling well, but knowing that it's over. These communications, they're done. It's finished. It's completed. It's cycle. Okay. All right. Here we go. Air signs. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, please. And I'm getting lots of crown chakra tingling. Lots of crown chakra. Higher guidance coming through for two of you. You're needing to focus more on your crown. You'll know. And here we go. That's it. Thank you. So you have the moon. I don't know numerology. So that's 9 of coins. Wow, we got the 9 of coins again. Isn't that in the same position? The challenge position is for people to know their worth and know their crap. And now my throat's changing. Okay. Know your worth. Know your craft. You know, you are the master, they're saying. Even though if you feel as though there's something that you don't recognize, you don't understand. This is like an illusion of consciousness that you don't understand. But still having faith in yourself. This is all about self-value, okay? And then the 8 of Wands comes in to say something passionate, something loving, something wonderful is coming your way fast. This is fast communications, even text, phone calls, finding out information coming in, but it also could be traveling. And I see you traveling. I do. I see you traveling. There's somewhere that you've got to go. Now, this kind of travel is a little bit longer travel, though. It's not like a short, quick trip to the side, another town over. This is going far distances. Outside of you, you have the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands is quite passionate, but extremely naive. Okay, this is a naive energy. They don't know everything, although they want to learn, and it's very much the student. Okay, the student that really wants to learn. So it could be the student in you, or this is something outside of you that's coming in that's going to teach you a great lesson about self-value, about trusting in the unseen. We don't always see everything, clearly, especially during these transits right now, air signs. This is a time for you to really let your dragons fly. Look at that. Okay, the dragon's coming through. Oh, okay. And we have the 10 of Swords. The Magician. And with that, we have the 9 of Swords as well. Okay. This is done. Okay, first of all, it's done and it's over. You have to be able to trust in your own intuitions, your own higher guidance. Whatever this communication is that comes in really fast, know that there's a lot of people that are just not understanding. There is a definition that I had to quote to my daughter, and I said, no, you're ignorant. And I'm not saying that in an ugly way. It's not about, ignorance is the definition is basically you're not in the know. You're ignorant to that fact because you don't know and don't have all the information, all the education, all of the knowledge. You don't understand some things, air signs. And this puts you in this space of it has to be over. And this is very painful. This is the very end, dead on the, this is harsh communications coming through that leave you dead on the floor, like leave you dead, like this is finished. But the nice thing is that you still have the Magician here, okay? You still have, this is major life event, major arcana right here, two majors. You have all the tools you need, air signs. You have all the tools you need to really be able to release this once and for all. To really be able to move forward and really understand. The challenge is the self-worth. I keep coming back to this. I need you to have more self-worth in yourself. Your self-worth is how you're attracting the frequencies that play out in your life. Like a little movie, the movie of your life and how everything plays out. The extreme energies that come in, hard and fast and passionate, could be aggressive words, but it causes an ending that is unseen, asking you to trust the unseen and trust in yourself. This right here, sometimes I see him as a trickery, but I see him as a complete alchemizing wizard. He is a master. And you are a master. Look, he's so wise. He has his owl there. And then look at all of the beautiful glyphs. He's owning it. He's owning his mastery. There's going to be some anxiety still. As any new project, new something, new start, new beginning, whatever it is for you, there's always anxiety. Don't allow yourself to stay up all night in an anxious mode. If you're laying there in the bed, and I know this goes against a lot of people in the spiritual new age saying, you're not supposed to do that, but I'm sorry. I'm creating this reality for myself. I'm going to do damn well what I want to. I know what I can do, and I know what I sometimes can't. But I literally have my phone on Astrology. You know, the Astrology network. It's so good. There's so much knowledge and wisdom coming from real people just like us. Higher consciousness people living in a higher consciousness life every day, all the time, every day. It's not just when you choose to show up that you're going to live in a higher state of consciousness. Listen to something that's going to educate you as you're falling asleep, but nothing hard that's going to make your mind go too busy, air signs. Listen to something that's just pleasant. Make sure their voice is pleasant. Matt Kahn, he's great on YouTube. He has the sweetest, nicest little voice, and he speaks so loving and wonderful. It's like a big ass wet kiss and a hug before you go to bed. The voice is so good. Find things like that, and you will fall off to sleep in a better way. There's always the 528 hertz music. There's lots of ways that you can sleep at night without being up at night anxious, because this is a very up at night anxiety. Why aren't I sleeping? Accept the fact that you may be being worked on from your higher guides, and they need you awake. Release, surrender, and allow through the highest light. You don't really see past what's going on really in the higher levels of dimension. Okay, on the bottom, a celebration. Woo-woo! That's right. There's a big celebration coming for you, and there's some stability in your passions and in your projects, what you're moving forward with. After you can get through all of this and start really alchemizing, being the magician of your life, knowing that there's still this guy. So there's still, and for some of you, it's not a person. Sometimes it's just something. There's this still fiery, passionate, young, naive, youthful person that is there, or energy, or even dragon. Okay, even dragons coming in. If you are someone like me who has dragons, pull them in. It may even be a young dragon. Holy shit. Okay, so maybe your dragons had a baby. Have you been paying attention? I need to check. Wow. Okay. Why is there a celebration? Because there was fuckery. Lying, stealing, cheating, thieving, backstabbing, fuckery. This was in the past. This happened before all of this. And it led you to all of these conclusions, air signs. You may have to have been the one to do it to someone else in order to get to this celebration. In order to understand truly, and I'm not just talking about surface level shit. This 9 of coins is embodying her falcon mastery. She lives it. She breathes it. She sweats it. She shits it. She is a master of her falcon. You have to be into so much self-worth that you literally are it to get to that stage. Don't be a doormat to people, okay? Don't let people do that to you. So, whoever that person is, because I can feel like there is another person here. So, whoever that person is a reflection of something that's going on within you, okay? coming up. So you can look at it. What is this? Where is it at is it like in my heart? You know, why are they throwing abandonment crap at me? I'm all of a sudden feeling abandoned. I have dealt with abandonment issues all my life. I had to do a lot of healing there, you know? Still. All right, come on with the air signs, please. See what flipped out? Inner alchemy. Inner alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. Write that out, please, one of the mods. Inner alchemy. I really want you to imprint this, air signs. Inner alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. Okay? And courage. Live your life fearlessly. That's this Falcon Master. With courage, strength, and determination. And that, my air signs, is also all about this energy happening in Taurus. Everybody needs to look and see what houses are in the house of Taurus. Like I have 2 going in there. I got my 6th and my 7th. Okay. So everybody needs to look and see what houses you got going on. It'll be important. And then finally, advancement. A strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the stirrings of your heart. We were just coming through with that. The heart alchemy, you know, the heart alchemy. Even if your heart's been broken, even if you've been wronged, even if the fuckeries happen, coming at it with love. All right, air signs. Okay. Also, we will pull from the wisdom of the hidden realms for you to see if you get an ally or a challenge. For the air signs, please. Last and final card. That's the one they want. Right here, the Shadow Queen. You got the Shadow Queen in the upright. Oh, air signs. I told y'all it's an old deck. I know almost all these, but I still like to read them. Okay, let's see. We got the Shadow Queen. So we had the Ice Queen. Now we got the Shadow Queen. Queen's up in the house. Yes. Thank you, Renee. Renee has got it down right there. Look at that. Inner alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. Bam. Somebody needs to make a meme. Okay. So you got it as an ally, so that's a good thing. Shadow Queen is acquiring knowledge, insecurity, and manipulation. The Shadow Queen tells you that too many of the details hidden behind the circumstances prevent you from moving forward quickly at this time. She has come with a lantern to help shed light on what is concealed within you or your situation. That's so much this read. This is the time to wait for more to be revealed. Perhaps you lack clarity and knowledge of how to proceed with the subject of your inquiry. It's time to educate yourself a little more about your intention and then put that information to work for you, air signs. The Shadow Queen asks that you dig deep to gain strength and that you have the courage to ask someone in the know to shed light on your circumstances. Weren't we just talking about being in the know? If you're not in the know, you're in ignorance. It's not an insult. It's the way the fucking word, it's what it is. She promises to send that person to you. Beware of moving too quickly in the dark, as you will likely trip and fall and have to start again. This is some fuckery. It's going to take a lot for you to stand in love react in love and alchemize your situation. Quantum physics. Quantum physics. This is what you must do. You must do some research there and realize higher consciousness at play is going to play out. But they do say take a pause. You know, after you've had the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and then underneath there was the fuckery, Seven of Swords. That's a lot of swords. You are air signs, and these are air sign cards. But still, swords are challenging cards to get in a read. Your advancement is up to how you inner alchemize your reality. And you do that always through the heart, in self-awareness of the value that you offer. You have so much value to offer. And you air signs are some of the worst. And I'm just going to tell it to you like I'm feeling like I'm your mommy. Your air signs are some of the worst at being able to really take the bull by the horns for yourself. Now, understanding that we're saying this with love, but you really have to understand that you have a lot of worth that you need to embody. It can't always be up in your head. You have to really understand and alchemize it through all sorts of different kinds of processes, really depending on your birth chart. You will find a clue as to how to do that by going and look at your birth chart and see what's happening with Jupiter and Taurus and this new moon, and look at the house, and you'll have some answers. Okay. Thank you to the air signs. What a great reading that was. We've got a nice queen and a shadow queen so far tonight, and they were both in the upright. So that was pretty cool. All right, I'm going to give this a good shuffle real quick. Those are some stiff cards. Those are some thick, stiff cards. They're bent, but they're still, even after all this time, they're still good quality. And I know that these are ready for the next read. And I want to give these a good shuffle. Choice. Air signs, by staying conscious of your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of choice. Okay? It can't always be up here. You need to stay conscious into the body. Too many thoughts, too many, you can really throw yourself off. Especially with that many of those kind of cards that you got. Hold your vision, yes. But try this, just try it. Try embodying. Really feeling and smelling, and even how would this taste like, what it is that you're trying to get through. Because I know everybody's trying to get through something right now. And everybody's aggravated and frustrated trying to get through. It's like the vision of all of those beautiful people at the border. The ones that are truly trying to change their life, trying to better their life for them and their children. And even the ones that are not, because they too are us. It's a lot. It's a lot, for sure. Okay. I'm going to make sure this one is shuffled just a little bit, even though we only pulled one, just because. Make sure it's all fresh for our fire signs. Thank you, air signs. You have a beautiful new moon in Taurus. And now we're on to fire. Fire! What? Fire signs. Fire signs. Where'd you go, Renee? There he is. Bam! Fire signs. We got any fire signs in the house? I'm a fire moon. Aries moon. And the moon is currently, let's look at the current now chart, just because for shits and grins. The current now chart. Oh, okay, I don't need that part. Go over here. There it is. So you can see, oops, I thought I had my whole thing in there. You can see here is the lineup. And the moon is right there at 23 degrees of Aries, right there. Wait, I got to do it over here. I'm sorry. The moon is right here at 23 degrees of Aries. So it's got to come up and it's going to conjunct Jupiter. Then it's going to conjunct the North Node, and then Mercury and Uranus. And then by that time, the sun will have moved on into Gemini up here. So there's quite a bit going on here. You know, this moon will be conjunct Jupiter tomorrow. You want to talk about emotional overload, expansion. Really, 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 fire signs. You got to watch over this next, I would say, 24-hour period for sure. Because it could be real big, explosive energy. Passionate, defensive energy. You know, plus when we're looking at this new moon, you have to realize that you have Venus is the ruler. Venus is the ruler of the new moon, and Venus is strong right now. I mean, she's up there in Cancer, taking care of the house. You know, she's kicking ass for her family, really, is what she's doing. And she's being very, very protective and very defensive with some people because she's not seeing things that are being fair. So I can feel that big time in the energy this week. So just be cautious and being aware where we're at and where we're going. This moon, our emotions, our mother, the mother archetype, the divine feminine, has to cross Jupiter, has to cross the North Node, has to cross Mercury, just coming out of retrograde, has to cross Uranus, slowing down to go retrograde, and then we'll come up to the sun, and then on and on and on. But this is like our next couple weeks. You know, this is serious. We're in a dark moon phase, so you want to wait to really, like, if you can wait and pause on whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is you're transforming, whatever it is you're going, work within, but embody, work within. But the outside surface stuff that's coming up needs a pause for sure. Okay? All right. I don't know. I'd never have done it like this before, guys. So I just, for some reason, they said you need to pull that up, and somebody really needed to see it in the fire sign. So there you go. You got a little bit of a bonus. Okay. Fire moon in Leo. Heck yeah. Sunny. Erin, she's got fire. Cool. Hey, Erin. Thank you for joining us. I hope you caught a big one. And Julie, you are very welcome. Thank you for being here. Yes. And there's another Julie. Oh, it looks like it's the same one. Different. Sorry. Okay, remember I am multi-streaming. So everybody. Okay, cool. Awesome. Where is... Oh. Okay, I'm going to play these Koshi chimes for you, fire signs. Take a nice deep cleansing breath and feel this cosmic stardust sprinkling across your body. Listen to the beautiful chimes. These are Koshi chimes from France. And they are just so healing and so calming. I want you to be able to stay calm because you may have a tendency to blow over this next couple of weeks. And I want you to remember love and the cosmic fairy stardust we're sprinkling on you, okay? There you go. Woo! Yes, everybody. Inashete mahai. Una makinuna shenai. I nikuna shikimu mai henai. Una hina shukaramana kina. Una shinakurumana hanana shinamana kinai. Ina rishan take. Una mashika. Una shikama. Una shikama. Inu shikamai. We are removing any of the dense energies that are in your shadow field and allowing them to be processed through the light. Processed through the light. In a spiral formation, processed through the light. Oh yes, there it is. And in the Rakesh, namaste. Somebody lost their grandma. Somebody lost their grandma. Somebody's grandma's passed. I'd probably say within the past 6 months to a year. Something to do with desert rose. The desert rose smell is coming through. It's like a dusty desert rose smell. In the shade of the light of you, I see myself. In the shade of the light of me, there you are. In the shade of the light of you, I see myself. In the shade of the light of me, there I am. It's a very pleasant energy. Desert, dust, cactuses, red rocks. Your healing activation that you are needing is going to be surrounded somewhere in the desert or near the red rocks. Could even be the red rocks, wherever it is that you live. I want you to place your hands. This is why they're having us put our hands here. Okay, thank you. You're not speaking your truth in a way of love. In essence, your being is full of love. And then that's all it is. And when you speak to others, the abrasiveness that comes through needs to go. Release it to the red rocks, to the dust, to the desert rose. Pull in the desert rose color and let it swirl all about your energy field before you go into process and relation with others this week, okay? And we're getting a lot of tingles around the mouth and the jaw is moving because it's like something needs to come out. And we don't want it to come out like this. We want it to come out like this. Okay? Lots of energy for you fire signs. Wow. Okay. Tingles all up and down the light side, which is a good sign. And we'll put the time, sorry. It's hard to keep up. Okay, there we go. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Fire sign energies. Let's go. The Six of Wands. Triumph. Victory. Getting your just dues. People even worshiping you. Mentality. It is felt from the actions that you have taken. Many people are recognizing the things that you have done. The light side and your guides have recognized. And we have a, are you a mantis? Mantis being coming through. they're going to, if you get like little, at night, you get like little, or going up and down, pay close attention. If it's your right side, that's your shadow work. If it's your left side, that's your light being work, your ascended master work. Not that these aren't ascended, it's just how they come through for most people, not all. If you're off and you're thinking, oh no, it's this way, don't take it verbatim, every single one of you. This is general read, okay? It will connect with most of you, but not all. But they're going to come through, mantis beings come through, and then they're going to just like literally ignite, overlapping and clarifying anything in your field, and it'll feel like, okay? Allow it. If it's coming through the light, if you ever have anything coming through the night, be like, why are you here and what do you need? I'm a powerful motherfucker. You know, you hold yourself in your power. Okay? You must be able to discern coming through here to coming through here. And that takes conscious practice every day. I'm holding them upside down. Okay. And okay. The Page of Pentacles coming out again. And we have the Death card here. Scorpio energy, major life event, major arcana for the fire sign read. Okay. Even though you've had quite a bit of triumphs and you have some good accomplishments here, this is good fire signs. But here, this Page of Pentacles is very naive, but he's passionate. But he kind of like is also arrogant. I'm getting an arrogance coming from all of this. Do not be surprised if a massive transformation comes in and you have to completely shift and change your reality. It's an inward change that will show up in the outside as chaos. Okay? You will not understand when these, and I'm getting, okay, they're coming through again. So they're saying, this is our card. The mantis beings are saying, we're going to come in. Look at this guy. He's like, what? What? What is happening? He's ignorant to the fact. He's young. He's naive. He's not educated. The Death card comes in. That's Pluto. And says, this is going to transform now or die. You cannot be in resistance to the process that which you're going through. You have to just be in allowance. Because the more you resist, the more it'll persist. Let the universe do the job. Yes, set your goals and your plans and your affirmations and do everything that you normally do to make yourself the best that you can be. But know that sometimes higher guidance knows more. The universe, source energy, knows more. Okay? Well, these cards are really popping out my hand. Okay, so we have, followed by the Queen of Wands here. Okay? Queen of Wands coming in from outside of you with the World card and the Wheel of Fortune. And the Ace of Wands for the fire sign read. Don't be in resistance for the deep, dark transformation that's happening in your life. You will be sitting in your power. This is an energy of empowerment through your sacred flame. Okay? We do not see this as someone coming outside of you. This is you. After the deep, dark transformation has happened, the chaotic event, okay? The hard, sorrowful release. The World card is here to tell you it's going to be over. There's an end of a cycle and a victory to be had here for accomplishing it and still staying in your power. The Wheel of Fortune says it is a cycle. It could go one way or the other, but it always is going to happen. That's one thing we can always guarantee in this world, right? Is that cycles will happen. We will always have seasons changing. This is what this means, okay? And the Ace of Wands says, here is a brand new, fiery, passionate, amazing beginning, a spark of the sacred flame, a spark of divinity given to you to see what you'll do with it after you've gone through all of this. On the bottom of the deck, 4 cups. So after all of that you've had to go through, you're going to feel as though I'm not satisfied. I feel left out. This is not enough. And it even is kind of like a hangover feel. So you could just feel in this haze that you just need to be. But there is a cup being offered. Okay? There is a golden chalice that's being offered here with this golden, beautiful, firing spark of light. Okay? But you're not feeling it's enough. See, this is when you're letting your fear and your arrogance come in the way of the transformation. Why? Because of the Hierophant. Major life event, major arcana card, the Hierophant, which is also another 5, okay? So 5s are all about change. Fast change has to happen here. The Hierophant is saying, you will do is exactly as I say. This is higher ups coming down saying this is how it's going to be. Too many people saying, I have to do it this way, it has to be done this way, this is how it has to be done, blah, 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 blah. We're even seeing like a judge, saying, final, that's it. Well, that's where you're at. The World card here, okay? It's both. The cycle and the world accumulation, which, by the way, we're having that big fixed grand cross, okay? And those are all the fixed signs right here. You have Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. This indicates to us that you fire signs need to understand that even if you're sitting in your own power, the arrogance can become too much. And the reaction, is it coming from love? Because the Death card doesn't show up for no reason. That's 78 cards and you got the Death one. It's also a 4, and then here's the 4 of Cups. Dissatisfaction. Be okay if surface level ego is in a dissatisfied mode at the end of this. Have patience. And maybe really ponder and look to see what it is actually that's being offered after you've gone through the process. Higher. Okay. Light. It is time to reveal your radiant light to the world. Love and light. Fruition. Rest assured, your dreams and visions will come into the fruition, but it's going to take some patience. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. It is a slow process. And starseed. We got this one a couple times. Raise your vibration of the planet through your radiant, loving light. That's right. That is so right. Right there. Remember, it's hardest for the fire signs sometimes to not be up in that aggressive, arrogant, ego-filled vision, especially now, with all of this energy happening with the Grand Cross and this powerful new moon with Jupiter there, and we have Leo moving signs. It's a lot. Okay, so we are now looking at the hidden realms. The Hawk Prince. You got the Hawk Prince. I love this one. Okay. Spirit, communication, and paying attention. Number 11. Number 11. Master number 11. All right. The Hawk Prince. The Hawk Prince appears with good news. He flies into your life to alert you that a message is coming to help you manifest your destiny. So you may not know everything yet. Expect a phone call, letter, email, text, conversation that lets you know the next step to take towards your greatest good, or to tell you that you've arrived at an important stage along your path. The Hawk Prince is also the ally for spirit communication. So pay attention when you think you hear something important that might pop up on the radio, the TV, or overhearing in conversations with strangers. Spirit is constantly in dialogue with you. Are you listening? Stay open and expect Spirit to speak to you and show you the way to your prosperity in all of your life, in all aspects of your life. Spirit comes through in so many ways. There's so many ways that they can manifest what we need. And I say they, but honestly, they are us. So speak with your spirit and say, show me today what I need to see. Let me know in that moment that it is you, my higher guidance, my source, my galactic friends, my angelic, celestials, elementals. Let them express themselves and be open. Say it to yourself. Say it to them. I'm open to receive today all of the beautiful guidance that you have to offer in a loving space, because these are aggressive energies, and I believe the fire signs are going to have to really understand that this is something you cannot control, and you got to take it slow and hit the pause button and speak with love, not from fear. Thank you to the fire signs. I love you and appreciate you so very much. What a beautiful read. You know, transformation sometimes hard, but we got this. We got it. Okay, so now we leave water signs, right? Is that next? I think it is. Very cool. The Hawk Prince. He's so awesome. Look at that. Ooh, he's got an orb going. Oh, that's the lights. But it still kind of looks like it, right? Look at that. All right, let's move on to the water signs. So we've done air, we've done earth, water, and so this is the last one. Holy cow, that was fast. I don't even know how long we've been going here. Let's see. 2.5. It feels like nothing. Like literally, we feel like it's just barely. Time flies whenever you're playing with spirit, right? Patience. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. Yeah. I also bought a second deck of those little starseed cards for giveaway. And it's intermission. I've got to get some more coconut water. Okay. This one's pretty good. I don't mind this one at all. I've been buying this one at HEB. It's a pretty good little brand. And I like that it's in a can. I can put it in an ice chest and take it to the beach. The other ones are in this like cardboard thing with the cap. But either way, they all get recycled. Oh, my neck. Neck needs to pop. I'm skipping the dry needling. I didn't go last week, and I'm trying not to go this week because I just want to see what it's like if I give it a break and then I shift to acupuncture from dry needling to acupuncture and see how that does. I'm testing my body. I'm kind of like alchemizing this pain that I've been carrying. And I feel like that's part of this process. Okay. So we are on water signs. Thank you, Aaron. Water signs. And the water signs are in the house. Who's in the house? Aaron's in the house. Cool. Nope, you haven't missed it. It's right there, dear. We are in for the win. Everybody, please stop right now if you're on the YouTube and just pop down there and hit the like button. Just kind of minimize me and hit the like button for me. It really does help the algorithm. I appreciate it so much. And Aaron, the giveaway package is incredible. And you missed it, so you want to go back on the YouTube replay and comment and check it out. You are very welcome. Or like this. Renee says, don't blow up people, fire signs, spirit message. Hold yourself in your power if night side has incoming. Yes, yes, yes. We've got water sign in the house from New Zealand, Sanchia. And there's Christy Rinks. Hi, sweetheart. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, cool. My nose is itching. Maybe money's coming. My grandma used to say that. My grandma was a bit of a Virgo wizardess, I would call her. But she was so beautiful. And she always had gardens growing, and she was always building something and cooking something, and she was really neat. Thanks, Grandma. Okay, lots of grandma energy coming through this evening. Loving, divine, feminine, wise, many years. See, that's the thing about, I was asked, oh gosh, you're 50 now. How do you feel? And I'm like, I feel okay. I kind of like being older because I got a lot of wisdom, under my belt at this point. And I know I'm just going to gain more and more and more every year, being dedicated to higher consciousness, Yes, thank you, Erin. Please do. If this resonates with you, below are my links. It helps me pay for the postage for the giveaway packages. It helps me pay for the giveaways. And it just does help. So, a cup of coffee, whatever you can give, it's very appreciated. And we're still trying to get more subscribers, so share me with a friend. All right, water signs. We're speaking to Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. And we are kicking it off with the Two of Coins. No, I'm sorry. That's the Six of Coins. King of Cups in your challenge position. Holy moly, there you are, water signs. And the Wheel of Fortune. I believe the Wheel of Fortune has come out 3 times this evening. Lots of karma. These are karmic cycles. Unstoppable forces. We're dealing with a lot of Plutonian energy, and that is a force you cannot stop. And the force doesn't care which direction it goes, or it does care which way, but it doesn't care what direction you want to go. It's going to go in the direction that it's supposed to go. That's divinely orchestrated. Whether you like it in the reality that you are as the identity that you are. You're empowered through your intuition, through your guidance, through the ability to flow with things emotionally and intuitively. Deep hidden wisdoms reside within you. Are you working on cracking them open as the karmic wheel turns for you once again, water signs? 6 of Coins says it all begins with you being able to give and receive, okay? It has to be balanced and fair. I just love that King of Cups, though. He is absolutely beautiful. Coming in from outside of you, there's some sadness. There's another 5 of Cups. We've had that come up before tonight on one of the previous signs. Keeping in mind, all of these reads are Sun, Moon, and Rising. So you may want to go back. And if you have like another element and this 5 of Cups comes in, you know, somebody from outside of you, this is definitely somebody, okay, got it. Somebody from outside of you is really saddened. They are grief-stricken. They're disappointed within themselves, disappointed in the situation. It's an overwhelming process of release and remorse for whatever it is that's going on here. This is a big karmic cycle. You don't get the Wheel of Fortune for no reason. This is huge, and it's fixed. This is the way it will be. There's no way else around this, okay? We don't feel that this is something that you're really paying much attention to here. I think you're more focused on yourself and your own journey than this other person. And maybe you're not noticing how much it's hurting. There is a beautiful seed of hope here with this coin. There's going to be some kind of cha-ching. We were feeling like money might be coming in to assist with this situation so that it can be fair, give and take, give and take. And it's going to take a hell of a lot of strength. Major life event, major arcana, the strength, and the Wheel of Fortune right above it. Karmic destiny speaks. And it's up to us to guide ourselves inward. She tames the beast. She doesn't need to hold a rein. She just sits and she puts see how she has her hand right on his third eye. And she literally connects in with the inner beast that's within. Okay, she guides the beast. This is Leo. This is heart energy. Okay, this is Scorpio. Karmic energy. Faithful. There'll be some kind of assistance coming in to assist this person. You must stand in your power, water signs, okay? You must be the strongest, most wise. And we're talking about wise here, here, and here. Solar plexus, okay? Empowered. Yellow. Use yellow. We're getting little itchies for you, so you may be getting worked on in the night. On the bottom of the deck, remember this is a seed. Hold the vision, knowing that the assistance will be there, and it will. On the bottom, You have the Hermit, okay? This is Virgo and Taurus energy, really, but it's mainly Virgo. Major life event, major life event, major life event. If you are not literally taking yourself out of the situation, like whatever it is, take yourself out of the situation and really go and read some religious texts, some ancient wisdoms. If you're not into reading, get audiobooks or get, because we're seeing books. Or you can even go and watch other YouTubers, ancient wisdoms, you know, there's something there that's old and ancient. We're feeling a dust, like a dusty smell. There's another dusty. It's not rose, though, it's just a dusty smell, which tells us there's something still, something that you are ignorant to. Okay? If you're looking for answers in order to assist this person outside of you who is really hurting, really grieving, really having a hard time, it's a super loss. And they're not seeing that, see, she's sitting there and she's not seeing that there's 2 golden chalices left, full. And each cup represents something that she truly loves, that she's truly nourished, she's truly worked on. Don't get caught up on gender. We can hear you in the YouTube replay. Don't get caught up on gender. It could be a guy, Never. It's all symbol, okay? But this Hermit says there's some kind of wisdom, there's some kind of knowledge that you need to go and seek. The Hermit seeks the knowledge, but he carries the light of hope. Why? There was once a big celebration for you. There was once this celebration. You were being admired. You were being watched. People were taking notice of the accomplishments that you have made, water signs. And maybe throughout that process, you got a little bit more in your head about things than you should have, right? Therefore, it's time to go within. And this isn't just a little go within. This is a long-term, practical method of how you're going to go and search for this ancient wisdom that's going to assist you. See, we don't understand in our human mind. It's hard for us to really wrap your head around one of your sayings. It's hard to do that because what ends up happening is you take this chance on this, and then you do this, and then something else happens, and then over here, those same things are happening, with somebody else, and they get intertwined. And then that one little call, or that one little text, or that one little prayer is the one thing that the universe needs, that the matrix that we live in, right, needs to allow the shift to happen and bring forth that golden seed. This is a tangible seed, something you can touch, feel, taste, smell. It's in this reality, right here. Something shows up. The assistance is there. So this can be fair, because it's not been fair for a while. There's needed some fairness here, some justice here. We're seeing the gavel again. So know this, whatever it is, water signs, that you have been going through, it's up for you to understand you cannot stop fate. You cannot stop the karmic wheel of fate. Your inner strength is being tested big time. This is a heavy card for us tonight. It's not always like that. But this yard, yes. But know that there's hope. And these people that are sad on the outside, I kind of get a feeling like you kind of just want to kind of like push them away. But you can't, because it's karmic. In order, you must go within. You must find your strength. Okay? If you want to get back to that celebratory way, you have to build yourself up. And, when you go in and searching for your ancient text message, because there's going to be something, our eyes are like really on fire for that. There's going to be some kind of message that you find for yourself. Be in your awareness when you go to search. Okay. Whew. Watch your words. Be cautious in how you speak. Are you speaking from a loving space? Are you reacting to a situation? It's time to reveal your radiant light to the world. We got that one again. That's it. Release. Release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity. You know, sometimes it takes a lot of inner strength to release all of your empowerment. This guy, Water King, stays in his empowering flow through his intelligence and through his heart. There we go. Try to get that back down there. Gaia. Connect to the pulse of Mother Earth. She will guide you through this time of change. Okay, this one flew out over here. By staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of choice. This message is for this person. Let them know that the choices that they're making are being guided through how they're processing. It's a loop, you know, everything's a loop. It just keeps coming back. Oh shit, I thought that was over, and here it is again. Oh, here it is again. Here it is again. And it just keeps happening over and over until you make it stop. By choosing what thoughts I'm putting in my head, how am I feeling, the deepest belief structures, and choosing to go connect to Mother Gaia. I'm a big advocate of getting outside and connecting with nature. And if you can't, find yourself a piece of wood and sit inside and just see yourself with the vine coiling up to your root chakra, okay? You can also do it with pets. Ground with your pets. Let your pets heal you. They will. They're much more than you realize. They're not just little animals. Okay. Oh, you got the spiral dancer. The spiral dancer. All right, where'd the book go? I'm really high on energy and I've lost the book. Okay, there it is. The spiral dancer, number 5. That is change. I have been seeing 5, 5, 5 so many times. It's crazy. Lots of change coming. There it is. Spiral dancer. All right, so the spiral dancer moves with her own rhythm and steps to music only she can hear. She takes you on a path that is winding and circular. She assures you that what you're experiencing as a setback is really part of the upward spiral. Perception is everything. You're not retracing your steps or going backwards, but rather around and up. She says that you can be comforted now by knowing that your path is one of success, adventure, and experience. Follow her. She dances along a magical way. If you're asking about a relationship, keep on dancing and magic will soon happen. Also, it's okay to allow someone else to take the lead at this time. Make sure to let others know that you're open. You are open to the universe. Always remember that the relationships are mirrors and will show you the past, the present, and the potential future. All relationships have a destiny. Each is a sacred teacher with valuable lessons to share, even if it appears that the two of you are dancing in a different direction. All the steps are perfect, even when you may seem to be stumbling. The spiral dancer is a reminder that destiny's true path is seldom a straight one. Water signs. Yeah. I also want you to see yourself dancing and literally dance this week. I want every water sign, sun, moon, and rising to make the commitment right now that you're going to dance this week. And you're going to feel the flow of the spiral energy that is you coming from source. Okay? Let's do it. Okay, that looks like that's about it for us. Let's see here. Thank you to the water signs. Dance on, baby. Dance on. That was really fun, guys. I feel really good, even though I know there's a lot of chaos and a lot of change happening and a lot of intensity and aggression, but I still have this overwhelming feeling of excitement still. Excitement for the shift, you know? Christy says she's going to dance. Yay. Very cool. We're just wrapping it on up there, September Libra. You'll have to go back. We showed all your beautiful gifts. Everybody say thank you to September Libra Annette, who is our sponsor. And don't forget, if you're just now tuning in, you need to go back, watch the astrology, and check out all the readings for the elements. I believe there was some light language in there. I'm a little high at this point, so I can't remember everything. But yes, and thank you to the moderators. Thank you to the beautiful groups on Facebook that allow me to come on in and do this weekly. And thanks everybody for coming and raising your frequency and caring about your consciousness, because you matter. You matter so much. Your frequency is so powerful. You matter so much. Stay in the light this week. Hit the pause button before you react. These are intense, extreme energies around relationships and property. You know, be careful. Okay? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Much love and light, soul fam. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you. Yes, big gratitude to Annette. Yes. Oh, yes, please do. That's right. We love our time travelers. Okay, don't forget, everybody, go and time travel. Okay? Go time travel. It's what all the cool kids are doing. All right? Enjoy this energy of coming to an accumulation. We're in the process. Okay, patience. Things will be revealed that we don't know. Okay. Thank you, Erin. And Zena's here. Oh, cool. Hi. I never saw you there. Thank you for coming. Awesome. Awesome. Everybody have a beautiful week. Walk in the light. Spread the sparkle. In Lakesh. Namaste.